Hey everyone, what's up? I'm back at it with another one, and this one is about diet, I guess, at least my diet and my experience, what I've done, and how I lost 60 pounds as a quadriplegic. Um, I won't tell you it's easy, but it also wasn't super hard. I mean, it took time and it took discipline and it took actually sticking to what your goal is and sticking to what your plan is. Because you can so easily just be like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna eat ice cream all day." Damn it, I should have swore. I really apologize about swearing. Um, I just sometimes I'm a potty mouth. But anyways, back to it. Anyways, before I jump completely into it, if you want to leave a like, you want to follow, hit subscribe, do what you want to do. I'm gonna keep making videos, trying to help everyone. Um, but yeah, so I did the keto diet. Um, yeah, as a quad, I mean, we don't exercise a lot. I mean, at least we exercise as much as we can. We go to physio. Um, but I mean, we take a lot of bad food in. I mean, we live our life the way we want to live it. We take in bad food. We don't work out a lot. We don't have a huge, great metabolism, and it slows down over time if you're not actually super active. Before I used to be able to eat anything at any time, and no matter what, I still looked super amazing before my accident. Well, I wouldn't say super amazing, but I was pretty fit. I was almost professional skateboarder, or at least that was my goal. But anyway, so I mean, I've always been a really picky eater my whole entire life, but it didn't that I hate being picky, but it's just part of me. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, so I mean, I tried many other things. I mean, I've tried dietitian, I've tried all of this, and nothing was working, and I just kept gaining weight. Started at 120 in the beginning of the accident, got to 150, 160, and in the last 3 years, I got to 210. So something had to change. My mom asked her nutritionalist what there was to do, and there was either keto or there was like smoothies or whatever. Um, I knew smoothies weren't gonna work. So I was just like, I mean, I was, I guess, a couple years into my sobriety, and I mean, I was cool to try anything. I was just kind of like, me and my mom decided to try it out together, see where it went. I mean, worst thing is you try it for a week and it doesn't work for you, and you go back to getting fat. You know what I mean? Or at least in my opinion, that was my view on it. So I gave it my best kick at the can, and I mean, it worked. It worked. Like I wasn't like super one of those gung ho keto like I by the book. It's just miserable to be on kind of keto. Um, at least I was. The way I did it is that my main view on it was that I would always try to make it so that my whatever meal I would have, because I just have breakfast and I have dinner, each meal, if I had 15 carbs at morning, because that was always my goal for a meal, is like a max of 15 to 20. If I had those 15 carbs at morning and I had those 15 carbs at dinner, I didn't get my popcorn at the end of the day. And I love popcorn. I don't need to tell you that. And yeah, if I didn't have, for one of those meals, I didn't have those 15 carbs, I got my popcorn at the end of the day. So that's how really how I played it. I still like, for example, mornings. I still have my yogurt, fruit, and granola. Um, I guess that's another thing is that, so for me, I hate all vegetables. Like I hate basically all the vegetables except for like a minor few. So personally, I did not count fruit as a carb. I understand that fruit has carbs in it, and you gotta that people tell you don't have to, you have to not eat fruit. Well, I ate fruit. Like that's strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. Um, I that's just it worked though. It worked. I mean, some people might shit on me for, oh, that's not keto or whatever. Um, but I still was in whatever that ketotism. I don't know what the word is, but anyways, um, and I lost 60 pounds. I mean, yeah. So I'd have fruit, yogurt, and granola, or other things for breakfast. I had a lot of bacon. I had a lot of cheese. I had a lot of this and that. And then at dinner, I'd always have fries. I mean, dinner, I'd always have fries. But I would look at the back of the bag and count, oh, okay, the 15 fries is 15 carbs net. Okay, then I can have this much. Or like, it's 30 carbs is 26, and then you divide it by two, and then that's how many fries you get. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, that's what I did, and it worked. And yeah, so that's how I did it. I lost 60 pounds. I mean, it in the beginning it goes off pretty fast, and like they say to not like weigh yourself, but to measure yourself, like measure your belly and stuff like that. Um, so that's what I did, and I swore like the weight was like melting off of me, and I wasn't miserable doing it. Like I was still enjoying the food that I like to eat, and it was going off. It kept me motivated. I was really excited about it. Um, and yeah, and it kept me going. And like I still made keto waffles. I still made keto pancakes. Um, like banana keto pancakes. Yeah, bananas has lots of carbs in it. I mean, I would only have a small amount of it. Um, but like other things like my mom made amazing keto bread. There's keto gummy worms. There's keto gummy bears. So I still got my fix and I still got my popcorn as long as I counted and prioritized what carbs you want. Because that's like the big thing is that you're still able to have carbs and what you want, but you have to prioritize which ones and how much of each ones. Um, and yeah, and that's it. I mean, keto definitely worked for me, and it kind of after a while it turns into a lifestyle. Like right now, like kept losing past how much I wanted to lose. Like I wanted to stop at 160, and I kept losing even though I was like introducing more carbs than I would before. But I just kept losing, so then I've just put a lot of carbs back into my diet, and now I'm maintaining or whatever. But I still measure out my stuff. I still am mindful of the carb intake and stuff like that. Um, and it just kind of turns into a lifestyle. And now I know that if I end up gaining a whole bunch of weight back, I know how to lose it now, which is really, really, really great. And I'm really glad that I learned keto and lost the weight and etc. And yeah, that's my quad life experience with keto. Um, yeah, I'd say it definitely works. I mean, the odd time, like it also actually helped a lot with my bowels. Sometimes a little bit too much, but it it made it so I didn't really ever get too bunged up on it. Like it was, but one thing is that I learned after like I was always feeling like I had to poo, even and then I'd like get up in this sling and go to try to poo, and then I wouldn't poo. So it was kind of like but then I learned that it's not only being a quad that it makes you feel like you gotta poo. Even regular people, my mom read somewhere on the internet that it's someone else also felt that way, and my mom actually felt that way, and it was kind of like, oh, okay, like so that's the other thing. But it helped with my bowels. It helped with a lot of things. Um, all in all, it's one thing I would recommend if you're trying to lose a bunch of weight, um, and it's not miserable to be on it. It's a little bit more work than just the regular meals that you're used to. It's learning something different and learning how to make what you like with different ingredients, like mainly being almond flour and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I mean, you work your own program. You try what you want to try, see where it goes, and then see if it works. If it doesn't work, then bring down the carbs or whatever. But I mean, I didn't count fruit and I lost 60 pounds. So don't let nobody tell you that no, you can't do keto if you're eating fruit. Well, I mean, then call it what you want to call it. I mean, take part of keto and take part of Nick's keto or whatever you want to do. Just the goal is to lose the weight, not impress people that you can do keto the best. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my intake on it. And I hope it helps the quads or anyone else with mobility issues or just people in general trying to do keto. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Like, I am the pickiest person in the world. Um, well, probably not the world, but I am very, very picky. Like, I'm pickier than anybody I know. Um, but yeah. Anyways, I hope everyone has a good day and a good evening, and see you on the next one. Peace.